Okay, so I'm out to the range with the AK. This is the Riley Defense. It came with the plastic furniture, which I did not like at all. So I went on Gunbroker, and this is from like a, I think this is a 1970s Polish kit, whatever. It also came with the pistol grip. However, this pistol grip, it's a short screw up here that goes into the block. The pistol grip that came with this kit, I need a long screw, so I ordered that up from Riley Defense along with a bayonet, because sometimes you got a bayonet. Anyway, so I'm up here at the range, target's down there 100 meters, and I'm gonna try zeroing this thing. I got me a cheap as hell zeroing tool. All the zeroing on the AK is at the front sight post, but I'm only going to do this once, so I don't care how cheap this tool is, because I'll probably never use it again. I am shooting, I'll be shooting the, what is this, Igman, regular 123 grain full metal jacket stuff. Nothing fancy, but I'll be standardizing on that. Considering I'll only shoot this thing 2 or 3 times a year, I'm not really worried about anyway. So I also bought a box of this SMB stuff that's 124 grain. I'm just going to shoot this up, just to shoot it up. And also, to see if it functions, I got some of this A box of this Hornady Black 110 MFX. I don't know what that stands for, but stuff looks pretty nasty. Of course, you're not going to get them. And I figured, hey, if I ever want to do any hunting, or in the highly unlikely event I ever have to actually defend myself, this stuff would be pretty nasty. But yeah, I'm never going to use this thing. It's just a range toy for me. So I'm just going to shoot up this ammo for fun, and or you know, see that it functions, shoot it for fun, and then I'm only ever going to buy this stuff because yeah, this is just a fun thing. So if I ever do any hunting in the future, it's going to be with a 308. I got a couple of those, and so I'll worry about fancier ammo with that. Anyway, I'm going to set up the camera, and we'll take a couple of shots. Well, that trigger is incredibly inconsistent, but that's good. That means every time you fire, it's a surprise, which it's supposed to be. So in the lane here, you see I'm set up really far left. The reason is because this thing kicks out brass that way into next week, and I'm trying to collect all my brass because this Igman stuff, it's actually brass case. So yeah, I will pick up my brass, I will walk down range, take a look at my targets, or target I should say, come back and make corrections. Okay, so on your AK rear sight, you have your 100 meter all the way up to 1,000, and you bring it all the way back. That P, that's your battle sight zero. So if you're zeroing at 25 meters or 14 meters, whatever the hell the Russians say, that's where you do it. However, I am at 100 meters, so I shouldn't have my rear sight on the P setting like an idiot. Well, at least my windage should not need adjustment, so should just be my elevation. Okay, so I'm having a hell of a time zeroing. I've been doing the Igman stuff, and I think the zero's pretty decent right now, but I'm getting like 8-inch groups down there from 5 shots. And this last group I fired, 2 were in the red, and the other 3 were to the left, like 8 inches, and they were all spread the hell out. So I loaded up the S&B, and we'll see. I'll do 4 5-round groups and see how that does. Maybe this Igman ammo just, I mean, it's the cheapest right now through SG Ammo. It's like 50 cents a shot, which is the cheapest I can find unless I want corrosive, which I do not want. The S&B, you know, I haven't priced it online yet. I bought this in a store. It's 15 bucks for a box of 20, which is insane. But if the S&B does better, then cheap is cheap, but I don't know if I can accept an 8-inch group at 100 meters. And again, this is just a for fun rifle, so I don't know, we'll see. Okay, AK surplus furniture. This set, came off the advertisement said Polish rifle from the 70s. As far as I know, somebody made it in the garage 2 weeks ago and put some Cosmoline on it. Said whatever, I don't know. Anyway, so hot water, as hot as you can handle. Soap, regular just soap. And your trusty Scuzz brush. And of course those sank to the bottom. The stock is the only thing that didn't sink. So, supposedly, you just scrub it off. We'll see how this goes. Maybe this part of the video I'll speed up. All right, I think I'm about done doing this. The water's pretty nasty now, so that's a good thing. I will take these out. I'll set them up in front of the dryer, and we'll take a look at them afterwards. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like when they get on the AK. All right, so we're going to talk a bit about the Riley Defense AK that I bought. So it came with standard black furniture, and I changed it out for the Wolverine's laminate furniture, which I really like, and the Bakelite grip, which I really like. Aesthetically, it's awesome. This was a surplus Polish kit, according to a gun broker. I have no idea who actually made it, but I do believe that it is surplus, and I'll talk about why in a second. First, let's talk about the Riley Defense stock. Well, okay, so I went out shooting this thing, and I was getting like 8 inches at 100 meters, just awful, even for an AK. And when I took off this stock, put on this one, a couple of things I didn't notice. First of all, if you look down right here, this screw that goes in the stock is supposed to come in and go straight down from the factory. However, Riley Defense clearly put on an angle, so that's not good. The other screw I'm sure is fine. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, okay, so when I installed this stock, all of the extension that actually goes into the receiver, it's all extremely tight. So what I didn't notice when I was installing the stock was that these screw holes are just about stripped out. Like, there's a lot of movement in there. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, just about stripped out. And that might be contributing to the accuracy problems. So on the AK stock, if my understanding is correctly, this ledge right here hits or sits on this ledge right here on the inside of the rear trunnion. But still, the screws being loose is it's not a good thing. It's not going to contribute to accuracy or reliability. So I went and got some JB Weld wood weld, and I'm going to try filling these holes and then redoing the screws and see if that does anything for accuracy. Hopefully it will, and if not, oh well. Yeah, I have decided this thing it's just a range toy. Like, I will only keep about like 200 or 300 rounds on hand, if that. It's just for going out and blasting and having fun. So if it ends up not being the most accurate thing in the world, that's fine. And even if it would be the most accurate thing, if I put the original black furniture that it came with, Wolverines. Just Wolverines. All right, so I got the JB Weld wood weld. What I put this in front of the heater for a bit to get it good and warm, so that the JB Weld will fill all the cracks. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, so locked in place. And the instructions say push it on the syringe and it's going to mix and discard the first part of the bead. So I will be doing that. I think I'm good there. Okay, so we're going to fill these holes here. So what I'm not trying to do is glue. I'm not going to install this and then glue the screws in here. What I'm going to do is just fill this up and then drill a pilot hole for the screws and then thread the screws into the dried glue. I just had it in my hand. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? No, that's not the one I'm looking for. There we go. Found itself to a corner. So see, that did not fill up. That. Oh, I'm sure if anybody is actually watching this, they're saying, George, here's how you're screwing it up. Yes. Welcome into my life. Get down in there. I need a narrower syringe where I can fill up from the bottom. And again, if anybody is watching this and they're saying, George, here's where you screwed up, or maybe there's people watching and say, oh, wow, I didn't know about this or that. Learn from my mistakes. Oh, that's what happened. So that first bit in there was crap. I should have got rid of more through the syringe before I tried to fill this up. No, that didn't work either. So I'm really royally screwing this up. So I think what's happening, I heated up the stock to make sure all this would flow in there nice and easy, and I think it's just heat accelerated curing. So now I have this gummy mess down here. Hey, it's the wife. She's probably wondering what's going on. Alright, fuck it, we're sending it. Alright, I actually think that's filled up pretty good now. Alright, so there's me being an idiot filling up these holes. It should take about I think I said a half hour to cure. I'll probably come back tomorrow and work on this guy.